The Monroe estate in Atlanta had never looked this breathtaking. Golden lights dripped from the ceiling like melted stars. The aisle was lined with lilies, and hundreds of guests waited for the moment when billionaire Ethan Hale, America's favorite self-made prodigy, would finally say I do to the graceful and mysterious Ariana Brooks. But behind all the glamour, something felt wrong, something too quiet. Ethan's childhood friend and assistant, Liam Turner, stood near the side of the stage, his jaw tight, his hands trembling. He had been loyal to Ethan for 9 long years, handling his travel, managing his meetings, protecting his secrets. But today, he wasn't protecting Ethan from a business scandal. He was protecting him from the woman he was about to marry. Ariana walked down the aisle like a queen, calm, perfect, glowing. But Liam knew the truth behind that perfect smile. He knew the truth Ethan didn't. He had proof hidden inside the inner pocket of his tuxedo, proof that Ariana was not just hiding a secret, but hiding a husband. Yes, a real living husband, one she never divorced. Liam's heartbeat hammered inside his ears. Do I speak? Do I stay silent? What if Ethan never forgives me? What if I destroy everything? The pastor's voice echoed. If anyone has just cause why these two should not be joined in holy matrimony, speak now. The entire room went still. Ariana squeezed Ethan's hand, smiling like innocence itself. But Liam's breath caught as he saw something near the back of the hall. A man, tall, rough, wearing an old army jacket, staring straight at Ariana. And Ariana's face, drained of color when she saw him. Liam recognized him instantly from the documents he found. Caleb Brooks, Ariana's legal husband. And suddenly Caleb shouted, voice crackling with anger and heartbreak. Ariana, tell him the truth before I do. Gasps exploded through the hall. Ethan froze. Ariana's fingers slipped from his hand. And Liam finally stepped forward. Not as an assistant, not as an employee, but as the one man who would not let his friend marry a lie. He whispered to Ethan, please don't say I do. Not yet, you deserve the truth. Ethan turned toward him, confused, betrayed, terrified, and in that fragile second, the wedding began to crumble. Don't forget to like and subscribe our channel to support our journey. Silence crushed the Monroe estate like a collapsing ceiling. Guests whispered, phones came out, the string quartet stopped mid-melody. But Ethan didn't move. He stared at Ariana with eyes that looked like they were breaking piece by piece. Ariana's lips trembled. Ethan, I can explain. But Caleb, the man in the army jacket, walked straight down the aisle, footsteps echoing like a war drum. Every step made Ariana shrink. Every step made Ethan's heartbeat numb. Every step made Liam's guilt grow heavier. Caleb stopped just 3 feet away from the couple. His voice was low, wounded, trembling. Why didn't you tell him you were already married to me? A collective gasp surged through the room. Ariana looked like someone had pulled the ground from under her. Caleb, I thought you were dead. Those words hit Ethan like a slap. Dead? She thought her husband was dead. Who was this woman he was about to marry? Caleb's jaw clenched. Dead? Ariana, I was deployed, I was injured, but I wasn't dead. I wrote you letters, emails, everything. And when I finally made it home, his voice cracked. You were gone. Ariana covered her mouth, tears building. I waited for you for months. They told me your entire unit was lost. I lost my mind. I lost everything. But not my ring. Caleb cut in, lifting his hand. The silver wedding band still wrapped his finger, scratched but shining. Liam's stomach twisted. This was far worse than he expected. He had found marriage papers, but not this. Not a soldier left behind. Not a broken marriage built on misinformation. Ethan stepped back from Ariana, as if her touch burned him. His voice was hollow. You lied to me. Ariana shook her head furiously. No, Ethan, listen, please. I didn't lie, I just never healed from the truth. The guests stared, fascinated, horrified, unable to blink. Some recorded, some cried. Everyone was watching the billionaire's heartbreak unfold like a movie. Caleb looked at Ethan for the first time. I'm not here to destroy your wedding, Ethan, he said quietly. I'm here because Ariana deserves to be honest, and because you deserve a choice. Ethan's breath hitched. Choice? What choice? His life was blowing up in front of hundreds of people. Liam stepped closer to Ethan, voice low. Man, I'm sorry. I tried to tell you before, but Ethan cut him off sharply. You knew. Liam froze. 1,000 emotions walked across Ethan's face. Shock, betrayal, confusion. So my assistant, my best friend, knew my bride was married. Ethan's voice cracked. And you didn't tell me until now. Ethan staggered back, gripping the edge of the stage. Ariana reached forward instinctively. Ethan, please. But he flinched away. His voice was barely a whisper. I don't know who to trust anymore. A hush spread across the hall again. Pain hung in the air like a fog. No one could escape. Caleb looked at Ariana with soft, breaking eyes. Ariana, tell him everything, the truth. From the beginning, he deserves that. Ariana wiped her tears, shaking. I will, she said. But not here. Her eyes darted around the hall. The guests, the cameras, the humiliation. Then she whispered, please, let me talk to you alone, Ethan. But Ethan didn't answer. He just stared at the woman he loved, and the husband she never let go of, and the assistant who betrayed him with silence. And inside him, something started to fracture, something irreversible. The pastor slowly closed the wedding book. The music fell quiet. The guests held their breath. And then, Ethan stepped off the stage and walked out of his own wedding. Ariana reached out, but her voice came out broken. Ethan, please don't walk away. But he didn't stop. Not once. Liam followed him. Caleb stayed behind, and Ariana stood alone, in a wedding dress meant for a future that no longer existed. Outside, as the winter wind hit his face, Ethan whispered the words that would change everything. This wasn't a wedding. It was an illusion. The cold Atlanta night wrapped around Ethan like a punishment. He walked fast, almost running, past the parking area, past the fountains, past the security guards who didn't dare speak a word. He didn't know where he was going. He just needed distance. Distance from Ariana, from Caleb, from Liam, from the truth that shattered everything in seconds. His breaths came out shaky, forming small clouds in the freezing air. But nothing felt as cold as the hollow ache inside his chest. Behind him, Liam called out carefully, Ethan, wait. Ethan didn't stop. Liam jogged up beside him, face pale, guilt written everywhere. Man, I'm sorry. I swear I wasn't hiding it to hurt you. Ethan's voice broke. You were the only person I trusted in that room, and you knew. Liam swallowed hard. I only had the marriage certificate. I didn't know about Caleb. I didn't know he was alive. I didn't know she thought he died. Stop, Ethan snapped, spinning around. His eyes were wet, not from tears, but from something worse. Disappointment. You should have told me even if you weren't sure. Even if the papers were old. Even if it wasn't your business. His lower lip trembled. I was about to build a lifetime with her, and everyone knew more about her past than I did. Liam's voice cracked. I didn't want to hurt you before the wedding. I thought maybe she had a reason, or maybe Caleb was out of the picture. But he wasn't out of the picture, Ethan thundered. He walked into my wedding. Silence fell again, the kind that ruins friendships. Inside the estate, Ariana stood frozen at the altar, veil trembling, mascara streaking down her face. The guests avoided her eyes. Some hugged her, some judged her, some whispered like she was a headline gossip story. Caleb stepped closer, voice gentle this time. Ariana, you should go to him, explain everything. She looked at Caleb with pain swimming behind her eyes. I thought you were dead, she whispered. I mourned you for months. I buried you in my heart. And when the military confirmed your unit was gone, I forced myself to move forward. When Ethan came into my life, he made me feel alive again. Caleb swallowed hard. I didn't know they told you that. I didn't know they miscommunicated. I was stuck in a hospital out of state. I kept trying to reach you. Ariana sobbed. I changed numbers. I moved cities. I was trying to heal. The last thing I expected was you walking into my wedding. Caleb's voice was raw. And the last thing I expected was to see you marrying someone else. Ariana broke down, but Caleb steadied her shoulders. Go, he told her softly. Talk to Ethan. I'm not here to take you back. I'm here so you don't start a new life built on a fracture. She nodded slowly, terrified. Back outside, Ethan leaned against a stone pillar, breathing heavily, his wedding suit wet from the fountain mist. Liam stood a few steps away, not daring to move closer. Ethan, please, he said softly. You're not alone. Ethan shook his head. That's exactly how I feel right now. Suddenly, they heard hurried footsteps behind them. Ariana, still in her wedding gown, shivering, broken, terrified to lose the man she truly loved. "Ethan," she whispered, voice trembling. "Please look at me." He didn't turn immediately. Ariana took a shaky step forward. Then another. "I owe you the truth," she said. "Not pieces of it, all of it." Ethan finally turned around. Eyes red, jaw clenched, heart in ruins. Ariana swallowed her fear and began. 3 years ago, Caleb was deployed. His entire unit went silent. They told us the casualties were total. I tried for months to get answers. None came. I spiraled. I lost my job. I went into therapy. I fell apart. Her voice cracked. "When I met you, Ethan, I wasn't looking for love. I was trying to survive. But you saved me. You gave me hope. And I didn't know how to tell you about the life I left behind." Ethan's voice trembled, barely audible. "Why didn't you tell me once you knew you loved me?" And Ariana broke completely. "Because I was afraid you'd leave," she cried. "I was afraid of losing the first man who made me feel safe again." A painful silence, worse than any shout, worse than betrayal. Ethan wiped a tear from his own cheek, angrily, as if ashamed of it. "Fear is not an excuse for lying," he whispered. "I would have understood. I would have listened. But instead, you hid your marriage until it cornered all of us." Ariana sobbed into her hands. "But Ethan, I'm not in love with Caleb anymore. I'm in love with you." Another silence, the kind that suffocates. Behind her, Caleb stood at a respectful distance, heartbreak softening his eyes. "You don't owe me love, Ariana," he said calmly. "You owe him honesty." Ethan's eyes burned with conflict. Hurt, love, anger, regret. Then Ethan finally spoke the words that made Ariana collapse inside. "I don't know if I can trust you again." Her knees weakened. Her chest caved in. Her world shattered. Before she could respond, Ethan turned away. "Liam," he said quietly, "get the car." He didn't look at Ariana again. Liam hesitated, torn between guilt and loyalty. "Should I bring her too?" Ethan's jaw tightened. "No." Those two letters hit Ariana like a bullet. Liam walked toward the car. Ethan walked toward a future filled with unanswered questions. Ariana stood in the cold, holding her wedding dress like a broken promise. Caleb stepped closer and caught her before she fell, and the night swallowed all of them whole. The black limousine rolled away from the Monroe estate, its taillights fading into the dark. Inside it, Ethan sat perfectly still, like a statue carved out of heartbreak. Hands folded, eyes empty, mind racing in painful circles. Liam sat across from him, unsure whether to speak or stay silent. He chose silence. For the first time in 9 years, he didn't know how to help Ethan. Ethan stared out the window, watching the wedding guests shrink into nothingness. His voice, when it finally came, was quiet, fragile. "I don't even know what hurts more, that she was married, or that she didn't trust me with her truth." Liam lowered his eyes. There were no right answers, no easy words. At the estate, Ariana collapsed onto the stone steps outside, her wedding dress pooling around her like fallen snow. Caleb knelt beside her, hesitating to touch her. "Ariana," he whispered, "breathe, just breathe." But she couldn't. Her breaths came in sharp, panicked gasps. Her chest felt tight. Her hands shook uncontrollably. "I ruined everything," she sobbed. "I didn't just lose Ethan. I humiliated him. I destroyed the happiest day of his life." Caleb gently placed a hand on her back. "You didn't ruin everything. You're human." She shook her head violently. No, I lied. I hid. I tried to erase a past that wasn't mine to erase." Her voice quivered. "And now the man I love can't even look at me." Caleb exhaled softly, pain flickering in his eyes. "I know what it feels like to lose the person you love." Ariana looked at him for the first time, really looked. "Do you still love me?" she asked quietly. Caleb hesitated, his throat tightening. "Loving you wasn't the hard part," he said softly. "Letting you go was." Tears streamed down Ariana's face. "Then why did you come here today?" Caleb swallowed hard. "Because I didn't want you building a marriage on a lie. You deserve honesty, and Ethan deserves the truth, even if that truth breaks all of us." Ariana covered her face. "What am I supposed to do now?" Caleb looked away, pain clouding his expression. "Now you heal. Now you give him space. And if he decides to hear you out again," he looked into her eyes, "you tell him everything you've never told anyone." Ariana's voice broke into a whisper. "And if he never comes back?" Caleb answered gently. "Then you learn to live with the choices you made." Meanwhile, Ethan's penthouse, midnight. Ethan walked into his penthouse like a ghost, returning to its empty home. The living room was still decorated with wedding decorations and champagne from the pre-wedding photo shoot. White roses, candles, Mr. and Mrs. Hale printed napkins. He froze when he saw the framed engagement picture on the table. Ariana laughing, wrapped in his arms, her eyes shining with love. He turned the frame face down. Liam watched from the doorway. "Ethan," he spoke quietly, "do you want me to stay?" Ethan shook his head slowly. "No, go home." Liam hesitated. "Are you sure?" "Yes, Liam," Ethan whispered, exhaustion sinking into his bones. "I need silence more than I need people." Liam nodded and left. Ethan walked to the balcony and stepped out into the icy breeze. The city lights glittered below like broken pieces of a dream. He leaned on the railing, swallowing back tears he refused to let fall. His phone buzzed. Once, then twice. Ariana calling. He stared at the screen, breath uneven. He pressed decline. A minute later, a message appeared. "Ariana, Ethan, please just talk to me. I didn't want to hurt you." Ethan's eyes filled, but he blinked the tears away. He typed back slowly, "Ethan, I can't do this right now." Then he muted her notifications, but not before seeing one last message come in. "Ariana, I'm not giving up on us. Not tonight, not ever." Ethan closed his eyes. The words hurt more than silence. Caleb drives Ariana home. Ariana sat quietly in the passenger seat, staring at her trembling hands. Her wedding dress was still on, wrinkled and soaked with tears. Caleb kept glancing at her. "You need rest," he said. "You've been through hell tonight." Ariana shook her head. "No, I need Ethan, but he wants space, so I'll give him that." Caleb sighed. "You're doing the right thing." Ariana looked at him. "Do you hate me, Caleb?" Caleb's jaw tightened. "No, I'm angry at the universe, not at you." Back at Ethan's penthouse, 2:14 a.m. Thunder rumbled in the distance as Ethan sat alone in his dark living room. Rain streaked the windows like tears he refused to release. Then suddenly, a soft knock at the door. He frowned. Liam, security, who would come at 2 a.m. He opened the door. Ariana stood there, soaked in rain, shivering. Mascara washed away, wedding dress clinging to her like a ghost of the day that collapsed. Her voice broke the moment she saw him. "Ethan, please, don't shut me out." Ethan's breath caught. He wasn't ready to see her. "Not like this. Not tonight." "Ariana," he whispered, "you shouldn't be here." Her tears mixed with the rain. "I know, but I had to see you. I had to try. I had to tell you everything." Ethan clenched the door frame. "You should go." Ariana shook her head violently. "No, not until you hear me." Her voice was desperate, raw, unfiltered. Ethan's heart twisted painfully. "Ariana," he said with trembling restraint, "I'm not ready." She stepped closer, hands shaking. "Then I'll wait right here," she whispered, "for as long as it takes." Ethan's eyes widened. "Ariana, it's raining." "I don't care," she sobbed. "I'll stand here all night if I have to. I won't lose you without a fight." And under the stormy sky, the battle for their love had just begun. Rain poured like the sky itself was grieving. Lightning flashed, illuminating Ariana standing at Ethan's door, drenched, shaking, refusing to move. Ethan's pulse hammered in his ears as he watched her. Part of him wanted to pull her inside, hold her, shield her. Another part, the shattered part, couldn't bear to look at her without feeling the sting of betrayal. "Ariana, go home," he said softly. "It's late, you're freezing." But she shook her head, rain running down her face like tears. She didn't have the strength to cry anymore. "I won't leave," she whispered. "Not until you hear everything. Not until you understand why I broke." Ethan pressed a hand against the doorframe, torn. "Ariana, you didn't just keep a secret. You kept a husband hidden from me. You let me build a future with you while your past stayed alive behind a locked door." Ariana winced, hugging her arms around herself for warmth. "I didn't hide him out of manipulation," she whispered. "I hid him because I was shattered, because I was told he died, because I didn't know how to breathe without someone leaving me." The rain intensified. Her lips trembled from the cold. Ethan's jaw tightened. "Come inside," he finally said. "Not because I forgive you, but because I won't let you collapse out here." Ariana nodded weakly, stepping inside. But Ethan kept distance between them. Inside the penthouse, a storm within and without. Water dripped from Ariana's dress onto the marble floor. Ethan handed her a towel, but didn't touch her. "Sit," he said, voice strained. Ariana sat on the far end of the couch. Ethan leaned against the wall, arms crossed. Talk, he said quietly. Everything, no filters, no hiding. Ariana took a trembling breath. 3 years ago, when the military told me Caleb's unit was gone, I broke. I lost every bit of myself. I tried to move cities, change numbers, rewrite my life. Therapy said I had survivor's guilt. Tears welled up again. When I met you, Ethan, I didn't expect to fall in love. I didn't think I'd ever feel safe again. But you gave me a reason to live. You brought color back to a world I thought would stay gray forever. Ethan swallowed hard. Then, why didn't you tell me when we started getting serious? Ariana wiped her eyes. I tried so many times. But every time I looked at you, I saw a future I was terrified to lose. I told myself I'd tell you after the wedding, after things settled, after I felt brave enough. She trembled, but there's no right time to reveal a heartbreak like mine. So I stayed silent, and that silence destroyed us. Ethan's silence hurt more than his words. Ethan didn't speak for a long moment. Ariana's chest tightened. Say something, she whispered. Anything. Ethan sighed, every breath heavy with conflict. You know what hurts the most? I loved you the way I've never loved anyone. I trusted you. I let my guard down. The guard I built over years of being used for my money, my name, my life. You were the one person I thought would never lie to me. Ariana shook her head. I never lied about loving you, Ethan. Not once. He closed his eyes. I don't doubt your love, he said quietly. I doubt your honesty. Ariana's shoulders slumped. Please don't say that, she choked out. I'm not that person anymore. I'm not. Ethan rubbed his temples, overwhelmed. This is too much, he muttered. I need time. Ariana stood up in panic. Time, her voice cracked. Ethan, time is how people lose each other. Ethan stepped back. Then maybe you should have thought about that before keeping the truth away from me. Those words shattered her. The breaking point. Ariana covered her mouth as another sob escaped. I'll fix this, she whispered desperately. I'll divorce Caleb officially. I'll do anything, papers, therapy, confessions, just don't let this be the end. Ethan looked away sharply. Don't rush to fix something that hasn't even stopped bleeding yet, Ariana. I can't lose you, she whispered. I can't. You lost the version of me who trusted you blindly, Ethan replied. That version died tonight. Ariana staggered as if he had physically struck her. Lightning cracked outside. The storm grew louder, and Ethan whispered the words she feared most. I need space from you. Ariana's breath cut short. No, Ethan, please, not space. Anything but that. I'm sorry, he said firmly, but it's what I need. Her world collapsed. Again, she stepped back, tears blurring her vision. If I walk out that door, she whispered, will I ever get you back? Ethan's silence was louder than thunder. Ariana nodded painfully. Okay, she said with a broken smile. If space is what you need, then space is what I'll give. She walked to the door, every step heavier than the last. Hand on the doorknob, she whispered without turning back. I love you, Ethan Hale. In every universe, in every timeline I would choose you. Her voice cracked. I hope one day you'll choose me too. And she left. The door closed softly behind her. Ethan stood frozen, tears finally falling unseen. Outside, Caleb waiting in the rain. A car was parked near the building. Caleb stepped out, umbrella in hand. He froze when he saw Ariana stumble out of the entrance, broken. She didn't speak. She just collapsed into his arms, sobbing uncontrollably. Caleb held her gently, jaw tight with sympathy and pain. It's okay, he whispered. Let it out. I lost him, she cried. I think I really lost him. Caleb closed his eyes. I know, he murmured, but you're not alone. Inside the penthouse, Ethan slid down the wall to the floor, breathing in ragged, painful gasps. He whispered into the empty room. Why does loving you hurt this much? The storm outside answered for him. Make sure to like and subscribe our channel to support our journey. 3 days passed, 3 brutally silent, suffocating days. No calls, no texts, no visits, just space. The kind that felt like a graveyard between 2 people who once dreamed of forever. Ethan, a man buried under his own thoughts. Ethan sat in his office, staring at documents he couldn't read, emails he couldn't answer, coffee he couldn't taste. His assistant, the one who betrayed him by staying quiet, stood outside his door packing. Liam knocked softly. Ethan, can I come in? Ethan didn't answer. Liam pushed the door open anyway. He saw Ethan sitting on the sofa, head in his hands. Liam exhaled. Look, man, I screwed up. I should have told you. I didn't know how, I didn't want to break you, but keeping it quiet broke you worse. Ethan didn't look up. Liam continued, voice shaking. You're my brother, Ethan. Not by blood, but by life. I never meant to hurt you. Ethan finally raised his head. His eyes were red. Not from anger, from exhaustion, from heartbreak. Liam, Ethan whispered, I trusted you. You were supposed to be the one person who always told me the truth. Liam nodded painfully. You're right, and I failed. But don't push me away for a mistake I'm trying to fix. A long silence. Then Ethan finally sighed. I don't hate you, he said quietly. I'm just tired. Liam sat beside him. You should talk to Ariana. Ethan closed his eyes. I don't even know what I'd say. Ariana, a heart that could heal alone. Ariana stayed at her apartment, curtains closed, lights off, lying on the floor in the wedding dress she still hadn't taken off. It wasn't insanity. It was grief. Pure, suffocating grief. Caleb visited her every day. Sometimes he brought food she didn't eat. Sometimes he sat quietly beside her. Sometimes he tried to make her laugh and failed. Tonight he opened the fridge empty, trash full, her face pale and drained. Ariana, he said gently, you have to take care of yourself. I can't, she whispered. Not without him. Caleb clenched his jaw. He never said it out loud, but a part of him still loved her. Not romantically, not possessively, but deeply, as someone who once shared vows and war and heartbreak. He sat across from her. You want him back? Caleb asked quietly. Then you don't fall apart, you stand back up. Ariana stared at the floor. How do you stand when everything you built has collapsed? Caleb softened. You stand because he loved you enough to hurt this much. That means something. She finally lifted her head. Her eyes had a spark again. Not hope, but determination. I need to see him, she whispered. Caleb nodded, but not desperate, not crying, not broken. You go with truth, with calm, with dignity. Ariana wiped her face with the back of her hand. Okay, she breathed. I'll try. Meanwhile, Ethan meets someone unexpected. Ethan checked into a private gym that evening, trying to lose himself in exhaustion instead of memories. After a while, he noticed a woman staring at him from a treadmill. Not flirtatious, not romantic, just curious. She finally walked over. Are you Ethan Hale? She asked softly. Yes, he said, confused. How do you know me? She hesitated. I'm Private Nurse Tessa. I worked with the soldiers who came back injured from Afghanistan. Ethan froze. She continued carefully. I knew Caleb. Ethan's heartbeat shifted. Tessa swallowed. He wasn't lying. He was really messed up physically and mentally. And he did write letters, many. He kept saying one name over and over. Ariana. Ethan felt the world tilt. Tessa nodded. But the letters, the military lost most of them. Their communication system crashed during relocation. He never knew. Ethan leaned back against the wall, stunned. So she didn't ignore him. Tessa shook her head. She wasn't avoiding him, Mr. Hale. The world failed both of them. Ethan's chest tightened. Tessa placed a gentle hand on his arm. And Ariana, she cried every visiting hour. Every single one. She never healed from that loss. She stepped back. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm here to tell you that you're not loving a liar. You're loving a survivor. Then she walked away, leaving Ethan with a truth he wasn't ready for. Night falls, the twist begins. Ethan drove home at midnight, mind full of questions he thought he already answered. As he parked and walked toward the elevator, he saw someone sitting on the steps of his building. Ariana, not in her wedding dress, not crying, not shaking, calm, quiet, composed. She stood up slowly. Ethan, she whispered. He froze. Her voice was steady, even though her eyes were filled with sadness. I came here for one last reason, she said. Not to ask you for anything, not to cry, not to beg. She took a deep breath. I just need to tell you one truth. I never told anyone, not even Caleb. Ethan's pulse quickened. Ariana's voice cracked, but she stayed composed. The day they told me Caleb died, I found out I was pregnant. Ethan's world stopped. She whispered, I lost the baby from the trauma, and I never, ever recovered. The pain in her eyes was indescribable. That's why I ran, she said softly. That's why I shut down. That's why I didn't trust myself to tell you the truth. Ethan felt his chest ache, so deeply he could barely breathe. I wasn't hiding my past from you, Ethan. I was hiding my grief. A tear slid down Ethan's cheek. Ariana stepped back gently. That's all I wanted to say. She turned to leave, but Ethan whispered, "Wait." Ariana froze. Ethan's voice was shaking. "You went through all that alone?" Ariana nodded once, and Ethan's heart cracked in a way he couldn't ignore anymore. But before Ethan could say another word, a black SUV screeched to a stop. Doors slammed, flashing lights. Two men in suits jumped out. "Ethan, Hale," one of them yelled. Ethan frowned. "Yes." They exchanged a look. "You need to come with us immediately." Ariana's eyes widened in terror. Ethan stepped back. "Why, what's going on?" The second man spoke. "There has been a threat on your life." Ariana gasped. "What? Who would?" The man interrupted sharply. "Someone very close to you." Ethan's blood turned cold. He whispered, "Who made the threat?" The agent hesitated, then answered, "Caleb." Ariana's heart dropped. Ethan's breath froze, and the night spiraled into a darkness no one saw coming. The streetlights flickered as the two federal agents closed in around Ethan. Ariana's breath turned sharp and uneven. Caleb, a threat. It didn't make sense. Caleb wouldn't hurt Ethan. He wouldn't hurt anyone. Ariana stepped forward quickly. "There must be a mistake," she insisted. "Caleb isn't a threat. He's been with me for days, The agent raised a hand to silence her. "Ma'am, we have evidence." Direct threats were reported from his device. Ariana staggered back, as if the ground tilted beneath her. Ethan stared at the agents, confused, overwhelmed. "What kind of threats?" he demanded. The first agent pulled out a tablet. "Encrypted messages, sent to one of Hale Industries' board members. Explicit statements of harm toward you." Ethan shook his head slowly. "That doesn't make sense. Caleb isn't like that." The agent didn't blink. "We'll explain everything at the station. Please come with us." Ariana grabbed Ethan's arm. "You can't just leave with them." He turned to her, voice pained. "Ariana, I have to. If there's a threat, I need to know." Her eyes filled. "Let me come with you." The agents shook their heads immediately. "No, ma'am, we can't allow that." But Ethan held Ariana's gaze for a long moment and whispered, "Stay close, don't go far." She nodded, trembling. The agents opened the SUV door. Ethan climbed in. Ariana stepped back onto the sidewalk as the vehicle pulled away, her heart breaking for the second time that week. But this heartbreak was different. It wasn't over love. It was over fear. Caleb nowhere to be found. Ariana fumbled for her phone with shaking hands. "Ariana, Caleb, where are you?" "Ariana, please answer, it's urgent." "Ariana, Caleb, pick up, please." No response. No scene receipts. Nothing. Panic squeezed her throat. She rushed toward the street, flagging down a taxi with wild desperation. "Take me to his apartment," she told the driver. When she reached Caleb's place, she sprinted upstairs, pounding on the door. Silence. Another knock. Harder, louder, desperate. Still nothing. She backed up, and that's when she noticed the door was slightly open. A chill crept down her spine. "Caleb," she whispered, stepping inside slowly. The lights were off. The living room was a mess, drawers half open, papers scattered, couch cushions tossed. It didn't look like he left. It looked like someone searched for something. Ariana's heart raced. "Caleb," she called, voice trembling. No answer, just a cold, heavy stillness. Until her eyes landed on something on the coffee table. A phone, cracked, still logged into Caleb's messaging app. Messages, but not typed by him. The texts were sloppy, phrases he would never use, threats that didn't sound like Caleb's language or personality. Her stomach tightened. Something was terribly wrong. Meanwhile, Ethan at the federal building. Ethan sat in an interrogation room, clean, cold, clinical. Two agents sat across from him. "Mr. Hale," the elder agent said, "your life may be in danger. We need to understand your relationship with Caleb Brooks." Ethan rubbed his temples. "I don't know him well. I only met him at my wedding when he came to expose the marriage." "Any conflict between you two?" the agent asked. "Besides the wedding," Ethan said bitterly. "No." The younger agent slid a tablet toward him. These messages were sent from Caleb's phone to Mr. Hale's board member. The screen showed heavy, dangerous words. "He took everything from me. I'll end him. Ethan Hale won't see another sunrise. If Ariana won't choose me, I'll remove the problem." Ethan's eyes hardened. This doesn't sound like him. The agent raised an eyebrow. You're defending the man who destroyed your wedding." Ethan didn't flinch. "Because I saw his eyes that night. He didn't hate me. He wanted honesty, not blood." The younger agent sighed. "Well, the phone was found in his apartment. He's missing. And these messages are real." Ethan stiffened. "Missing?" Both agents exchanged a look. "Yes, and that makes him a very serious threat." Ethan leaned back, cold dread dripping into his stomach. Something wasn't adding up. Caleb wouldn't run. Caleb wouldn't vanish. Caleb wouldn't send threats. Unless he didn't send them. Unless someone used his phone. Someone who wanted chaos. Someone who wanted the wedding destroyed. Someone who wanted them separated. Someone with a motive. Ariana connects the dots. Back at Caleb's apartment, Ariana's hands shook as she scrolled through the fake messages. Then something caught her eye. A message draft. Not threatening, not angry, just incomplete. "I think someone is following me. If something happens, tell Ari." The rest was cut off. Ariana felt her knees weaken. Someone was following him. Someone wanted him framed. She dropped the phone, panic splintering through her chest. This was Caleb's crime. This was Caleb's cry for help. Her mind spun through every possibility. Who wanted Ethan dead? Who wanted blame to fall on Caleb? Who wanted their lives destroyed? And then, a name whispered in her memory. A man Ethan once fired. A man who swore revenge. A man who hated Ariana for stealing Ethan's attention. A man Liam never trusted. Bryce Donovan, former board member, cut from the company after embezzling funds. Vengeful, manipulative, dangerous, and the only person with access to both Ethan's world and Ariana. Her heart pounded. She stood up, snatching Caleb's phone. "I'm going to Ethan," she whispered. She bolted out of the apartment. At the federal building, another twist. As the agents prepared to continue questioning Ethan, the door burst open. A third agent rushed in. "Sir, new information. Caleb Brooks has been found." Ethan stood instantly. "Where is he?" he demanded. The agent hesitated. "Unconscious, injured, abandoned behind a warehouse near Interstate 36. Ethan's breath caught. Ariana was right. The older agent frowned. "Then who sent the threats?" The younger agent turned to Ethan, pale. "We may have been wrong." Ethan clenched his fists. "Let me see him." "You can't." Ethan stepped forward, fire in his eyes. "I said let me see him." The agents exchanged glances, then nodded. Ariana arrives and destiny collides. Meanwhile, Ariana reached the federal building, breathless. Inside, security tried to stop her, until one guard recognized her. "Aren't you?" "Yes, I'm Ariana Brooks," she panted. "Please let me in. It's about Ethan." The guard hesitated, then opened the door. She sprinted inside, just as Ethan walked out with the agents. They froze when they saw each other. Ethan's chest rose sharply. "Ariana." She held Caleb's phone out, shaking. "Ethan, Caleb didn't send those messages." Ethan's throat tightened. "I know." Her eyes widened. "You know." "Someone attacked him," Ethan said softly. "He's in the hospital." Ariana covered her mouth in shock. Then Ethan stepped closer, eyes softening for the first time in days. "You were right," he whispered, "about everything." Her breath trembled. The distance between them shrank. Their pain, their grief, their confusion, their unfinished love, all collided in one fragile moment. But before they could speak, one of the agents shouted from behind them, "Mr. Hale, we have a name." Ethan turned. The agent looked at his tablet and said the name Ariana already knew. The messages came from Bryce Donovan's network. Ariana closed her eyes. Ethan's jaw clenched. Everything finally made sense. Bryce framed Caleb, attacked him, tried to kill Ethan, destroyed the wedding, shattered their trust, all for revenge. And now, he was somewhere out there, ready to strike again. The city slept, unaware of the storm raging in its shadows. But Ethan and Ariana were wide awake, every nerve, every heartbeat, tense with danger and anticipation. Bryce Donovan was out there, framing Caleb, hunting Ethan, and anyone who stood in his way. Ethan and Ariana, planning their next move. Inside the secure conference room at Hale Industries, Ethan paced. Ariana stood nearby, Caleb's phone clutched tightly in her hands. "This isn't just about Caleb," Ethan said, voice low and controlled. "This is about us, about everyone Bryce wants to hurt to get back at me. We can't let him win." Ariana's eyes burned with determination. "We need to stop him," she said. before he destroys anyone else, before he destroys us. Ethan nodded. He pulled up Bryce's last known locations, cross-referencing them with board communications, security footage, and travel logs. He's methodical, Ethan muttered. Careful, smart, dangerous. But he underestimates one thing. Ariana looked at him, question in her eyes. Us, he said simply. Caleb, the silent hero. At the hospital, Caleb lay unconscious but alive. The doctors worked tirelessly, stabilizing him. Ariana had insisted on staying beside him, holding his hand, whispering quietly, "You'll be okay. Ethan knows the truth. We'll fix this." Even in his fragile state, Caleb's phone lay next to him, the evidence Bryce left behind. Ariana glanced at it, trembling. She whispered to herself, "You won't get away with this, Bryce. Not today." Ethan tracks Bryce. Hours later, Ethan, Ariana, and Liam moved to a safe house. The agents monitoring them stayed alert. Ethan tapped the phone in his hand. "This is his network. All communications, all locations. We trace him here." He pointed to a remote warehouse on the outskirts of the city. Ariana's breath caught. "Is it safe?" "No," Ethan said flatly. "But if we wait, he'll hurt more people. We go now, we stop him tonight." Liam nodded, loading a small weapon. Ethan glanced at Ariana, who swallowed hard but nodded. "Together," she whispered. "Together," Ethan echoed. The warehouse confrontation begins. The warehouse loomed like a shadow against the night. Ethan, Ariana, and Liam approached carefully, flashlights cutting through the darkness. Inside, crates and boxes formed a maze of steel and wood. Suddenly, a sound. A floorboard creaked. Bryce stepped out from the shadows, grinning. "You're persistent," he hissed. "Very human." Ethan stepped forward, voice calm but deadly. "Bryce Donovan, it ends tonight." Bryce laughed, low and bitter. "You think you can stop me? You think your little love triangle, your trust issues, your broken hearts can save you?" Ariana stepped forward. "Leave Caleb out of this," she said firmly. "Leave Ethan out of this. You're done hurting people." Bryce sneered. "You're weak," he spat. "Both of you, and I'll prove it." He pulled a gun from his jacket. Chaos erupts. A gunshot rang out, echoing through the warehouse. Ethan dived behind a crate. Ariana ducked instinctively. Liam returned fire, targeting Bryce's hand. Bryce stumbled back, rage twisting his features. "You think bullets scare me?" he screamed. "I've planned this for months. Every detail, every move, you're trapped in my game." Ethan crawled forward, heart pounding, eyes locked on Bryce. "Your game ends now," he said, voice cold. Bryce advanced, gun raised. Ariana froze, terror gripping her. Then Caleb's voice echoed from behind a stack of crates. "Bryce." Even injured, he lunged, knocking Bryce off balance. The gun fired, harmlessly into the air, ricocheting off metal. Ethan moved in, disarming Bryce with precision. Liam restrained him. Bryce's world collapsed in seconds. You don't understand," Bryce gasped. "You'll never." Ethan leaned close, voice icy. "I understand perfectly. You hurt people because you wanted revenge, and now you're finished." The aftermath. Bryce was taken away in handcuffs. Agents swarmed, securing the warehouse, confiscating his equipment, evidence, and devices. Ethan exhaled slowly, tension leaving him in ragged bursts. Ariana stepped forward, eyes shining. "You did it," she whispered. Ethan looked at her, pain and relief mingling. "Not alone," he said. Caleb, though still weak, smiled faintly. "You did good," he murmured. To everyone, for the first time in days, Ethan and Ariana shared a long, steady look. Not words, just presence. The storm had passed, but the night had changed them. A quiet resolution. Later, on the rooftop of Hale Industries, Ethan and Ariana stood together. City lights stretched beneath them, calm after chaos. "I'm sorry," Ariana said softly. "For everything, the lies, the secrets, the pain." Ethan shook his head. "You're not to blame, you survived. You loved, you fought, that's what matters." Her hand found his. He didn't pull away. "I don't want to lose you again," she whispered. "You won't," he replied. "Not now, not ever, but we take it slow, step by step, no secrets, no fear." Ariana nodded, tears spilling freely now, but tears of release, of hope. And under the quiet city sky, for the first time in months, they allowed themselves to breathe. The city was calm. Too calm. Ethan and Ariana thought the danger had passed, but shadows lingered, not outside but within themselves. Trust had been broken, love had been tested, and hearts still bore the scars of betrayal, fear, and grief. Morning after the storm, sunlight streamed through the windows of Hale Industries, but inside the boardroom, silence lingered. Ethan sat at the table, hands wrapped around a coffee mug. Ariana leaned against the window, arms crossed, trying to steady herself. "You saved him," she whispered. "Caleb and me." Ethan finally looked up, eyes soft but guarded. "I didn't do it alone. You were there, Liam was there, we all." Ariana cut him off gently. "I know, I thought I'd lost everything. Again." Ethan leaned back, breathing heavy. "I almost lost you too." Her gaze dropped. Almost isn't enough. Unspoken words. They moved to the rooftop later, as they often did, to think. The wind was cool, the city stretching beneath them. "I need to ask you something," Ariana began, voice trembling. "After everything, after Bryce, after the lies, the grief, can we really be okay?" Ethan's jaw tightened. "Okay isn't enough for us. We've been through too much to just survive. We need honesty, patience, and each other." Ariana's eyes welled. "I want that, but I'm scared that my past will always haunt us." Ethan stepped closer. "Your past made you, the woman I love, and nothing, not Bryce, not Caleb's loss, not even my own doubts will change that." Her hand found his. He didn't pull away. "I don't want fear between us anymore," he whispered. A step toward healing. Over the next few days, they faced the aftermath of Bryce's chaos. Caleb recovered slowly but steadily. Ethan dealt with shaken board members and the fallout from Bryce's network. Ariana returned to her apartment, finally unpacking memories she'd left frozen. One evening, Ethan visited her. Not for a fight, not for drama, but just to be with her. They sat on her couch in silence, a blanket draped over both of them. Ariana leaned her head on Ethan's shoulder. He kissed the top of her head. "No words," he murmured. "Just this moment." And for the first time in months, there was peace. The ghosts that linger, but even in peace, shadows remained. Ariana still felt the weight of the lost baby, the trauma of hiding her grief, and the fear that she'd hurt Ethan again. Ethan still carried guilt. He felt responsible for her pain, for Caleb, for every near miss. One night she whispered, barely audible, "I'm still scared of losing you." Ethan held her tighter. "And I'm scared of losing you, but we face it together, always." A twist, an unexpected message. Just as they settled, Ariana's phone buzzed. A new message, unknown number. "You think it's over. You have no idea what's coming." Her heart skipped a beat. She looked at Ethan, eyes wide with fear. Ethan grabbed the phone, frowning. "Not Bryce. He's locked up, but someone is still out there, watching." Ariana swallowed hard, her hand gripping his. "We survived him," she said softly. "We can survive anyone." Ethan nodded, jaw tight. "Together, no secrets, no fear. Whatever comes next, we face it together." They stood on the rooftop, holding each other, aware that the calm might not last. But for now, their love, scarred, tested, and raw, was stronger than any shadow. The city slept, unaware of the battles still raging in hearts and shadows. Ethan and Ariana thought the danger had passed, but Bryce's chaos left traces. Traces that whispered in corners, in silences in the back of their minds. Trust had been rebuilt, but fragile. Love had returned, but scarred. And their hearts still carried echoes of what nearly destroyed them. Morning shadows. Ethan arrived at Ariana's apartment with a quiet knock. She opened the door, eyes tired but bright with resolve. "You came early," she said softly. "I couldn't sleep," he replied. "Too many ghosts." She nodded. "Me too, but we face them together, right?" He held her gaze, eyes firm. "Together, always." They moved to the balcony, sunlight filtering through the morning haze. Ariana leaned against him, breathing in the calm, knowing it was temporary. "Do you think Bryce was the only one?" she asked quietly. Ethan tensed. "Not sure, but we'll find out. Whoever it is, they won't break us." A call that shook them. Just as they began to breathe, Ethan's phone rang. A private number. "Mr. Hale," the voice said, cold, precise. "Who is this?" Ethan demanded. "Someone who knows your past, your secrets, and how to ruin everything you love." The line went dead. Ariana clutched his arm. Another threat. Ethan's jaw tightened. Maybe someone wants us distracted, divided. He looked at her, eyes burning. "Whatever it is, we face it together." The hospital visit, Caleb's warning. Later, they visited Caleb. He was recovering well, but the fire in his eyes remained. "You think it's over?" Ariana asked. Caleb shook his head. "No, Bryce was just the beginning. Someone else is waiting, watching. He'll strike when you least expect it." Ethan gritted his teeth. "Then we don't wait." Caleb nodded. "Good, and trust your instincts. That's all you'll have when the shadows come." Ariana squeezed Ethan's hand. "We can handle it," she whispered. "Yes," he agreed. Together, a night of revelations. That evening, Ethan and Ariana reviewed all remaining leads at the safe house. Bryce was smart, Ethan said, scanning screens. But someone helped him, someone with resources, someone who knows both of us and Caleb. Ariana froze. "You think it's someone close?" Ethan didn't answer immediately. "Possibly, and if they're patient, they'll strike when we let our guard down." Her eyes hardened. "Then we won't. We stay alert together." As they prepared to leave the safe house, Ethan's phone buzzed again. A text, no number. "You think you survived Bryce? You've only just begun. Watch the people you love before they disappear." Ariana's heart raced. Ethan's face was pale, eyes dark with resolve. "They're coming," he whispered, "and this time it's personal." He held her close. "We fight, we survive, and we love no matter what comes." Ariana nodded, tears of both fear and determination in her eyes. Yes, together, always. The night stretched before them, full of danger, mystery, and unspoken truths. Shadows loomed, but together they were stronger than any fear. Read if you're holding your breath for Ethan and Ariana. Don't miss what comes next. Thumbs up like this chapter if you felt their pain, struggle, and hope. Speech balloon, comment your theories. Who could be the next threat? Bell, subscribe, and turn on notification so you don't miss the next shocking twist in Mindset Stories.